friends. Okay, so today I'm gonna share with you 3 super easy meatless meals. During Lent, people get really into meatless meals. I am included in that. But if you're Catholic, we actually, as Catholics, aren't supposed to eat meat on Friday at all, which I did not know that till a couple years ago. I have a whole video if you wanna take a look at that. But I'm gonna give you 3 really easy meatless meals. I'm a busy mom of 5 small children, and so I just, right now in this stage in my life, I need really quick, easy meals. So these ones are really good. My children love them. They're super easy. So I'm gonna share them with you. If you're new here, welcome to this channel. I would love to have you subscribe down below and come follow this journey of motherhood with me. Okay, so for the first meal, it's super easy. It's probably my easiest meal, and it's fun to let the kids kind of help with it. It is cheese lasagna, and it's pretty much a shortcut on regular lasagna. So pretty much you need 2 things of sauce, spaghetti sauce, and then you'll need cheese ravioli. I get this big thing at Costco. It's awesome. I always have it in my freezer so that I have it for this specific meal. And then you're supposed to have mozzarella cheese, but I have Mexican. So whatever you got, but ultimately mozzarella would be the best for this. Now, the fun thing about this meal is letting your kids help because it's so easy, and you just pretty much layer it. So you'll take a 9 by 13 pan, and you'll just kind of layer the bottom of the pan with spaghetti sauce. Super easy. And then you'll just kind of spread it all out so it just covers the entire bottom part of the pan. Super easy. And then pretty much you'll just take your ravioli, and it's frozen, and you'll just kind of set it in there really easily, and you'll just kind of make a pattern with it, you know, just cover the whole bottom. I like this one from Costco. Super easy to layer, and it's great. Okay, so pretty much once you have it all layered like this, then you just simply add some cheese. And I add this, and I also add Parmesan cheese on top of it because I love the taste of Parmesan so much. So I'll add just a little bit of this. And so then I'll add just a little bit of Parmesan cheese as well. Now with this meal, you can always add meat sauce if it's not a meatless meal. So it's great for not Fridays as well, or if you're not doing meatless, or you can put sausage in it. Oh my goodness, I love lasagna with sausage in it. Can I get an amen? Does anyone else out there love that? And then pretty much you just cover it with sauce again. So you're just putting layer on top of layer, and it is so good. The kids love this so much, and I love it because it literally takes like 5 minutes to do if you have all the ingredients. So then you just repeat the layers, and you do want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. So you want to make sure you have that because it's so quick that you'll probably be waiting for the oven to start otherwise. So you'll just repeat that layer, and then you stick it in the oven. Okay, so super easy. You pretty much just layer all of that, and then you just put tin foil on top. And you let it bake for about 30 minutes. It's so easy, and everyone thinks that you slaved over the oven for a long time that day, and really it took 5 minutes to throw together, and the kids love it. Okay friends, so the lasagna is done, and I'm gonna give you a quick peek at it. all nice and steamy. And this is a meal that I probably would just freeze it. I wouldn't have actually made it first, but I wanted to show you how to do it. I'll probably have this next Friday actually as our meatless meal, so I have one meal already done. Okay, so let me show you the next meal that I have planned. Okay, for the next meal, it's super easy as well. This is a Tuscan Skillet, and it is meatless. I think you could always add meat if you wanted to, like chicken, maybe even sausage, but you'll need kale. I use frozen, but you can use fresh kale. Two cans of beans. Usually this one is traditionally made with white beans, or it's actually called navy beans, but they're white beans. And then diced tomato, 1 can of diced tomato, and 1/2 cup of sun-dried tomatoes. This one is with oil, and I highly recommend use the oil as well because there's a lot of flavor in there. This one does have Italian herbs in it as well, so that'll kind of help the flavor a little bit. And then you'll want oregano and basil, and I'm gonna chop 1 onion. And you add salt and pepper, and pretty much you just kind of put it all in the skillet and just let it cook. And I am big on putting things on rice. That's like my thing. If I have beans, I always want rice to go with it. But you could always put, you know, crusty bread with it, or even with like pasta. I feel like this would be really good with pasta. So I'm gonna pretty much rinse my beans. And then I just pretty much add it all into the skillet and just let it kind of cook for a little bit, and it's ready to go. So it's so easy. Let me just kind of show you. Okay, so also with the Tuscan meal, you just need to pretty much add garlic as well. I forgot to mention that, but I got this whole thing of crusty bread, and it would go with all 3 of the meals that I am making. So I love this one. It's a whole grain, like just crusty bread, and my kids love bread. Like I let them eat only half of their meal before they get to have bread, because it's pretty much the yummiest thing that they get, usually on their plate. But I wish I could make bread. Oh my goodness, that's my next goal. Hashtag goals, you know, like really want to make some really yummy crusty bread. So really any crusty bread is really good. So with the Tuscan one, I'm gonna plate it with that. Yeah, so pretty much this is the Tuscan meal, and it smells amazing. I made all 3 of these meals the same day. So the lasagna one I'm probably gonna save until next week, and then I'll have the quiche tonight, and then I'm gonna have this for lunch actually because it looks so good. Okay, so the next meal that I have is a quiche, a crustless quiche, and I love this. This is one of my go-tos, and I love it. You can kind of play with the vegetables a little bit, and so this is the combination I have for today. A lot of the time, I will just kind of see what I have in my fridge and kind of start cutting things up, and you'll want about a cup to 2 cups of vegetables, and so pretty much it's 6 eggs. Here, and I usually just whisk those up right away so that I can get all the yolks all scrambled up. Then you'll add 1 cup of milk. We use whole milk in our family. And that's seems to really help with the setting of this. And then a cup of cheese. And just kind of scramble it all in there. And then I'm gonna cut up all of my veggies. And you'll also want to add salt to that as well. And this cooks at 350 for about an hour. I feel like I know this from the back of my hand now, like from doing it so much, because this is really truly like if I just need something to go, like this is my to-go dish, you know. And I like that it has veggies in it, and I love peppers, and thankfully my children love peppers as well. So I'll just pretty much cut up one whole pepper, keep cutting. What are your guys' thoughts for Lent this year? Are you doing good? Is it a good year for you? Just curious how it's going. Are you guys really challenging yourself this year? I feel like every year I have the best of intentions, and I just really try hard to do a really good Lent. And some Lents are better than other Lents. I think it's hard, like when I was pregnant, I feel like every Lent that I'm pregnant is so hard. Like, do I have to give up anything? Because it's already really hard. But I think that God really appreciates when we go the extra mile, you know, like, at least I know I do when people go the extra mile for me. So I try to think of that, like with God, like, okay, how can I love God the best? And this is one way that I can like kind of walk with him, with Christ. So I'm just gonna take one green onion. You can, if you don't want green onion, you don't have to have it. Like I said, whatever you want to have in your dish, totally works. Love quiche. I love that you could have it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It's like one of those foods that it's kind of, you can't go wrong with any meal. And I've brought it to people who have just had babies, and I'll like put crusty bread with it, or a salad and that type of thing. So pretty much you just do this. I'm gonna add the salt, so about a half to 1 whole teaspoon, whatever you like. The cheese is pretty salty, so you don't want to add too much salt. So for this, I'm just gonna add a little bit less than a half of a teaspoon. I've noticed for most meals, when I add 1 teaspoon for my entire family, it's about the right amount of salt. So like, I love to make up my own recipes. And so actually a common life, my friend Michelle came up with this one. She had different veggies in it, but I really like how diverse this is. Like, you can kind of add your own, what you want to it, and it's just so easy and healthy, nutritious. So you just take a pie pan or something like that and just put in your egg dish, and it is done. And it takes about an hour, so it's super easy to just throw everything together. Takes an hour, and then you have a great meal for your family. It's kind of nice because all the cheese usually kind of rises to the top, so it's really cheesy and good. And like I said, I'll serve it with like crusty bread or a salad or something like that, and my family seems to love it. So yeah, this will just take about an hour to set. Alright guys, so those are my 3 meatless meals. I have a whole playlist of meatless meals, so definitely go check that out. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I love doing these quick, easy meals because as a mom of 5 very small children, I really need these go-to meals, and I hope that, that you enjoy them as much as I do, and hopefully I will get some more meatless meals. So if you have any good ideas, please put them in the comments down below. What are your meatless meals that you go to every Friday during the year? And anyway, until next time, I will see you all later. God bless. Bye.